Good morning, good afternoon. Boy, I I I always wanted to I always wanted to see what YouTube was like this time of morning, you know. But I never got the chance to, stay up this late. And my daughter gave me a gift card for the fight. Oh, I ain't mad. I mean, Mike Tyson made $1.25 million a minute at 58 years old. How can you be mad at that age to make $1.25 million a minute? 16 minutes for $20 million. You can't be mad at 58 years old. You can't be mad at that, And boxing has always been uh, a game about hype, and they hyped it up good. You got to give them credit. You have to give them credit. Man, they hyped that joint up great, But at 58 years old, to go 8 rounds, 8 2-minute rounds for with a 27-year-old, not bad. Not bad at all. And he got $20 million. Vicky, how you doing today? Thank you for joining me. I ain't never seen you. maybe this time of night I'll get me some new people. Um, but I mean, how y'all like Trump moves so far? What you think? What do you think about his moves so far? Is he disappointing you? Is he surprising you? Is it what you expected? Or are you disappointed? What do you think? What do you think? Um, I mean, some of the people that he has nominated, questionable from my angle, very questionable. Um, and I think that for you to come in and tear down some of the institutions that you want to tear down. Now, if you want to get rid of somebody, why don't you get rid of the IRS? If you really looking to get rid of somebody, why don't you get rid of them? Get rid of the. I'd rather see you get rid of the IRS than the FBI. If you really go, if you wanna, and maybe somebody should suggest that to him. Why don't you get rid of the IRS? If you're gonna get rid of somebody, that's gonna really help the country. Man, get rid of, since you in the mood of tearing shit up. Why don't you get rid of the IRS? Get rid of them. Yeah, and I'm sure if you start talking about getting rid of the IRS, I believe the majority of the country would be behind that. I honestly believe that the majority, if not all, of the country would be behind you abolishing the IRS. You know, and I understand. You know, you want to get even. I understand that it's you got a bone to pick. I understand. I understand you got a bone to pick. But since you in the mood to tear some shit up, put them on your list. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make that suggestion. You know, while you're tearing some shit up, why don't you tear up the IRS? You know, get rid of them. And I think the majority of the people would be behind that. Um, but like I said, man, I've always, cause it's what, 110 on the East Coast, so that means it's 11 o'clock on the West Coast, and they just, at this time, they just be getting ready to go to the party at 11 o'clock. So I was just saying, you know what, man, it's a full moon today, and yesterday was my grandson's 24th birthday. Um, Full moon. So I said, I think I'm gonna go live and see what's on YouTube this time of morning. Why not? What have I got to lose? I ain't gonna do no work tomorrow anyway. All I'm gonna do is stay in the bed. So why not come and see what kind of crowd that comes on this time of night? Because this is a different crowd from what I'm used to. Because I'm used to being earlier. So I'm just testing the waters, y'all. I'm just testing the water, trying to see what's what. Do I need to start doing this late? And I even found out about another platform today, and I think I'm gonna take a look at them. I think I will take a look at them. They just like Twitter or X, cause something got to give. Something gonna have to give, man. One of my ideas is gonna have to work. One of my ideas is gonna have to work. All of this stuff can't be shooting blanks. I just it just everything can't be coming up a dud. And sometimes when you start dealing with things like that, you know, it makes you wonder, is it really worth it? That's when the rubber meets the road, man, where um, you got doubt sitting on this shoulder and discouragement sitting on this shoulder, and both of them talking in your ear. You're wasting your time. Why you keep trying to come up with these crazy ideas knowing they ain't working? Look at how people, they ain't gonna support that stuff you talking about. They don't believe in that. See, that's what you deal with when you start getting ideas and trying to manifest your ideas, and they're not going the way you think they should go. You're gonna start second guessing yourself. You're gonna have to deal with some discouragement. You're gonna have to deal with some fear. Who is this? Doctor Who, What, Where? Come and knock On our door, we've been waiting for you, where the kisses are hers and hers and his. What in the world? What in the world? is this the kind of stuff that be on this late on YouTube? No wonder I ain't been up in here. No, what? What? Doctor Who, what, where, come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his. What the hell? Is this some P. Diddy shit? is this one of them PD freak offs? is hey, Lisa. Oh, that's the threes. Oh, okay. Well, you see, I ain't no television fan, so I'm glad you know, cause I don't. I'm like, that sound like some P Diddy shit right there. That show sound like some of that P Diddy shit. No, buddy. I ain't trying to get caught up in that. No. You can have that. But thank you for joining me, Lisa. And Dr. Who, what, where. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you for coming up in here. But like I said, man, I've never been on this late on YouTube live. Ever. I don't think I've ever been live this late. And for some reason, you just watched the Tyson fight. Yeah, I watched it too. I told you, man, that boy made 1 point. He boxed for 8 2-minute rounds, which is 16 minutes. Got paid $20 million, and he made 1.25 million a minute at 58 years old. At 58 years old, he made 1.25 million a minute. That ain't bad. That ain't bad for a 58-year-old. That ain't bad at all. You know, and to go 8 rounds with a 27-year-old, man, you got to take your hat off to the guy. At least he had the courage to get up in the ring. Most folk, yeah, he had his time back in the day. He did. But I ain't mad at him, you know? And don't have to cut none with Don King. You're right. He said, Daniel says, please, I don't mean any offense, but you seem to know stuff that are going away, as in jobs. What jobs are no longer around? Well, if they start deporting all of these illegal immigrants, a lot of service jobs are not going to be around. Can you make your dreams come true? A lot of service jobs are not going to be around. If they start deporting a lot of these immigrants, a lot of people are going to go out of business because they're not going to be able to get the help. So the service industry right now is getting ready to take a serious hit. You know? Telegraph operator. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, what jobs are no longer around? Elevator operators. You used to have people that sit down and take people from floor to floor. That don't exist no more. You know? Milkman don't exist no more. The milkman is gone. Yeah, that's another job that's gone. The milkman. Yeah, a lot of delivery jobs are gone. A lot of delivery jobs are gone. There are people that used to come and pick up your cleaning, pick up your laundry, and bring it back to you. Those jobs are gone. They gone. And it's gonna be a whole lot of other stuff that is gonna disappear because times are changing. People are changing the way they do stuff. People, the way people life is changing right before us. And some of us see the change coming, and we still don't try to prepare ourselves. We still don't try to adapt. Cause let me tell you something. This AI, this artificial intelligence, ain't no joke. This artificial intelligence is gonna cut a whole bunch of jobs. It's gonna eliminate a whole bunch of jobs. I mean, seriously. You know, my daughter went to San Francisco about a month ago, and she sent me a picture where she was in a self-driving taxi. Self-driving taxi. She was in. She said, they was paying for it, Daddy. I had to try it and see. They got self-driving taxis right now. They really do. So technology is going to eliminate, and that's why I be trying to tell people, man, you need to be trying to, create your own, so that if by chance what you are doing is affected, you got something to fall back on. You ain't worried. You're not panicking like most people gonna panic. When this guy Cash Patel, Trump is talking about putting over the FBI. He's talking about closing down the J. Edgar Hoover building in downtown DC, which is gonna put us in a recession. He's gonna close the Department of Education, which is headquartered in Washington, D.C., which is going to impact Washington, D.C., going to put us in a recession, okay? All of these agencies he's talking about closing down is going to have a direct impact on the economy in the DMV area. When they say DMV, they talking about the District, Maryland, and Virginia. Okay, it's gonna have a direct impact on the economy. If you shut down all of these agencies, man, you're gonna have an impact. It's gonna be tough. Okay, it's gonna be tough. And see, and the 50 years that I've been in DC. The one thing I can say, man, if these jokers don't know how to do nothing else, they know how to keep a job. And see, this is not going to be as easy as they think it's going to be. See, that's another thing that they're not considering. It's not going to be that easy to get rid of some of these agencies. It's not going to be easy. Because you're going to have people that, filing lawsuits, all of that. So it's not going to be easy. And they think that, imagine, listen, they're talking about going after the FBI, the ATF, the CIA. You think them folks scared of them? You think the CIA, the FBI, and the ATF is scared of Trump and his people? Think about that for a minute. You think they scared of them? Do you honestly think they are afraid with the power that they have and the information that they can gather? You think they honestly are afraid? And see, one of the worst things in the world you can do is talk too much. And I think the biggest mistake Trump has made thus far is he talked too much. He's telling too much of what he's going to do, and he's not even sworn in yet. See, between now and January 20th, as my mama would say, a lot of water got to go under the bridge. Between now and then, a lot of water got to go under the bridge between now and January 20th. And now that you done tip your hand about what you going to do, and you're going after the cartel too. You done already said you're going after the cartel. Yeah. You see? And is that what people voted for? You know, you got a lot of new votes in order to regain that White House. So your base is not solely, and you know what is really striking? I go down to the I suspended my tours, dcblacktours.com. I just suspended my tours. So I'm sitting in front of the White House every day, and I look at some of the Trump supporters that come by, and they have they Make America Great hat on again, and a lot of them won't even speak. A lot of them won't even speak. David, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining me. A lot of them won't even speak. Won't even speak. And I'm like, he didn't get there solely with his base. And you don't know who voted for Trump. And you walking around with your nose up in the air, looking down on people, and you looking down on some of the very people responsible for him getting in office. They ain't walking around with a Make America Great hat on again. There are a lot of people that voted for Trump in the closet, secretly. There are a lot of people that voted for him in secret. And his supporters are looking down on him. Okay? Oh yeah, the CIA, the FBI, and New York City is getting sued by Malcolm X's daughters. Yeah, and matter of fact, one of his daughters, the oldest one with the pretty eyes, she's the ambassador to Belize. He's the ambassador. She's the ambassador to Belize right now. She's the ambassador. One of his daughters is the ambassador to Belize right now. Yeah, a friend of mine, she been trying to get him to come with and do some transportation in Belize, and he's like in his 80s, and he's not healthy. And so he said, well, I want you to talk to her. And we did talk. We talked. And, so when she told me what she wanted, of course, I referred to him. I said, listen, this is what she wants. And he said, I'm working on some stuff. And I told her, listen, I don't want to, I met you through him. So he said he's working on some stuff. So I'm going to just sit back and let him do. If he needs me, he know how to contact me. Okay, but I don't want to do nothing to offend him. I'm not trying to, cause you know people are funny sometimes. You know when yeah, mosquito coast, yeah, it is bad. She said that it's bad. So you know I just said okay, you know. But I did tell her when I launched my dinnerware line that I would definitely send her a set for sure. I would definitely send her a set when I launched my dinnerware line. So, um, and you know, and it's just like this song that's playing. That song is probably 30, 35 years old, at least. That's why I can play it on YouTube and not get a copyright strike because it ain't in their system. You know, that's the only song I can play on YouTube and not get a copyright strike. And the name of it is called Hold On by Ron Yarbrough. And they're plenty nice, man, that you know uh I listen to this song to just keep encouraged, cause at the time, man, I was a single dad. My kids were 2 and 3 years old, and they are 41 and 40 now. And the last time they saw their mama, they was 2 and 3. She got out, she stayed out. And I ain't got nothing but respect for the girl, and she ain't no stranger in my house. I just don't know where she is. And when I saw that she really didn't want to be involved in their life, you know, I was just like, okay, I just got to buckle down and be a dad. You know, just you know, love them. You know, just pour that the love that they were missing from her. You know, I tried to compensate with some extra love from me. And, you know, because I didn't have a dad, you know, I had to learn through trial and error. And yeah, I made some mistakes because my grandmama raised me. And that's all I knew. But not knowing times had changed. You know, so and you know, my daughter was a teenage mom. My daughter got pregnant at 16. Matter of fact, yesterday was my grandson's 24th birthday, and proud of that kid, man. He's a graduate of Michigan State University. Hell of a trumpet player. Hell of a trumpet player. And you know what's so crazy? He does a lot of work on Broadway in New York City, where his grandmama is from. I mean, he is burning New York up, and he got a phone line from New York, and she was from the Bronx. And he said, "Granddaddy, you know, I just got a number from in New York, and I wanted Manhattan." Well, thank you, man. Thank you. But I got the Bronx. I said, "Man, that's where your grandmama from." That's where she from, the Bronx. So maybe that's a sign. So don't get rid of it. But isn't that crazy? You know, my kid's mother got a grandson that's on fire in New York, where she from, and don't even know it. Don't even know it. She got a grandson that's on fire. Cause the boy can play. I mean, he can play. He actually can play. Matter of fact, he was involved with the play A Wonderful World before Vanessa Williams and this guy and Wynton Marcellus, not Wynton. What's his brother's name? Before they got that, but before he got involved with it, they actually the lady that wrote the play, wrote the music, everything. When the play got to Broadway, they got rid of her, and brought in Vanessa Williams and Bradford Marcellus, and brought in Bradford Marcellus and I told my grandson, I said, see, let me tell you, man. I said, how you gonna separate yourself from the rest of the trumpet players is with your range. You're gonna have to get a range that they don't have. And he's been doing work for she's now putting together an album since they fired her from the place, and she's suing them. So she's putting together her own album, and he's the trumpet player in that. But when the play went to New Orleans and Chicago, he was the actual trumpet player for Wonderful World. And when I heard the guy that's playing trumpet now, man, my grandson was his teacher at Michigan State. My grandson would run circles around him. You know, I wish I could. If I didn't get a copyright strike, I'd let y'all hear some of his music. The boy bad. Matter of fact, go to J Flack Productions. It's Roberta Flack is his great aunt. His father is Roberta Flack's nephew. He passed. He passed last year, I think. Young boy, couldn't. He just couldn't get his life together, and took some of that fentanyl, man, and went to the gas station and was slumped over a wheel, died right there. So, but he's one of the male Flacks in the family, and self-taught on the piano and organ. But his instrument is trumpet, and he's a hell of a trumpet player. Hell of a trumpet player, really is. Boy, good. And he got another play about Nina Simone that's in New York from the December the 2nd through the 9th. And my daughter and I are gonna take him up there. And when we do, because he's been studying Louis Armstrong so deep, we gonna visit his grave. And the guy that taught Louis Armstrong how to play the cornet, we're gonna visit his grave. He died broke. I can't think of his. They told me his name, but I can't think of it now. But he died broke, and he was in Georgia, and his wife raised enough money to send him back up to Queens for him to be buried. So we were gonna go up that Friday after Thanksgiving, but since he has to be there on the 3rd, we're gonna take him up on the 2nd. And got a couple soul food places that we want to visit, and come on back home. But it's just amazing to know that, and I told my daughter, I said, for me, that's full circle. That my kid's mama can be born and raised in New York City, and her grandson is on fire in New York, and she don't even know it. She don't even know it. I don't even know if she's still alive. I couldn't even tell you if the girl is still alive, man. I really couldn't. I couldn't even tell you. Because every time I tried to find her, I ran into a dead end. So I just quit. So I just come out here now, and so maybe if I get famous, she might pop up. I know you, and you know what? And if she did, and I really was I had some money, man, I hook her up, cause she did give me 2 kids. I would hook her up. I really would. I really would. I would hook her up. I'd give her some money. I sure would, cause she gave me 2 kids. So I would do that. I would honestly do that. Yes, I would. I have no hard feelings. I don't want you, baby. I don't want you. I ain't trying to get back with you. But this is just to say thank you. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have my grandson. I wouldn't have him. And he's a hell of a musician. Really is. Hell of a musician. Yes, he is. Very good. Outstanding musician. Wouldn't have had it if it wasn't for you. So, like I said, man, I just wanted to see what it's like to come on YouTube this time of morning. What's the crowd like? What the people like? I know what they're like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. But what time is it now? 1:41. It's going on 2 o'clock in the morning. How long have I been on here? 37 minutes. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What do people like? All them folk that don't sleep at them night owls, and that's looking for something, going through YouTube. Yeah. Come on, join True Conductor. Yeah, come on up in here. And what you want to talk about? You got something you want to talk about? Let's have a discussion, an honest, open discussion, if you want. So that's and then again, this is a new time zone for me. So now I'm getting a chance to introduce myself, because like this Dr. Doctor Who What Where, I've never seen him before. Daniel Vega, I've never seen him before. I know Lisa, she's a regular. Vicky, I've never seen her before. So, I'm getting a chance to meet some new people, that don't know about the True Conductor. Yeah, I'm still here. As you can see, I'm in a hotel, but I'm here. I ain't on the street. I'm here. So, but it's always that night crowd is always different. It's definitely, the night crowd is always different. Them people that can't sleep, they up all night. Yeah. Them the ones I'm looking for. To see, what it's like up in here this time of night. But and what, I got 13 people, so that ain't too bad for the first time. that ain't too bad. I guess I'm getting tired now. But yeah, I was watching that fight, man. And again, I have to take my hat off to Mike Tyson. At 58 years old, to be able to have that kind of stamina, because that ain't no joke, man. Somebody beating on you, and you got to train and all that other stuff. That ain't no joke. At 58 years old, there are people at 58 in wheelchairs. They're in wheelchairs, but you could see his age as he was walking back to the corner. He looked like an old man. He walked like an old man. Okay, you could see his age when he was going back to his corner. But in his prime, shit. Uh, um, well, um, Jake Paul is he's a hell of a promoter. I mean, you got to get a boy his props. He's a hell of a promoter. He got a moment and he seized it. And those are the kind of things that you can do when you have money. See, when you ain't got no money, you at the mercy of folk. Because you can't call no shots. You ain't got no money. But when you got money, see, you can have a level of independence when you got money. You see, and everybody don't know how to handle that kind of money. See, everybody don't know how to handle that kind of fame or money. It will go to head, because most guys, if they get money like that and get fame like that, man, they trying to screw everything that ain't nailed down. I mean, on the real tip, because when you got money, man, women gonna throw their panties at you, married or not. They don't care. They gonna throw their panties at you. Okay, because you now what you call what Kevin Samuels, you're now a high value man. When you get money, see, you're now a high value, and those are the ones that are the high value men are the biggest assholes in the community. Those are the ones that are going through women like Lee went through Virginia, and dumping them back into us as damaged goods, because everybody want them. Most women want what they call a high value man, which is a man with means. Don't mean that he's a good person. Don't mean that he's a good prospect, a good catch. It's just that they want to enjoy the perks that come along with being associated with this person. Because they figure if I'm associated with you, then I will be able to enjoy some of the things that you enjoy that I normally wouldn't be able to partake. That's what the high value men, and they know that they are in demand. And because they are in demand, they treat women like shit. Let me say that again. See, these so-called high-value men that are in such demand, they treat women like shit. That's why most of them don't have one, because they don't take them serious. And then, the ones that they do get serious about is somebody that they can control. That's not still on the same level with them. That woman has a level of dependence on them, and they take advantage of it. But that woman that's independent, that's got money, you don't see them with them. They go out and get a hoochie first. Look how many men that got good women and mess around and get with a hoochie. Somebody that don't even measure up to what they have. But they like the poo nanny. And there's some women out here, man, that specialize with that poo nanny. They special. That's their specialty. Is that poo nanny, and can't even balance a checkbook. But they got some good poo nanny though. That poo nanny is good, but they can't even balance a checkbook. They can spend. They're consumers, but they can't save nothing. They can't make. See, you know, the woman that can make shit grow. That's who you want in your corner. You don't the woman that got that's a consumer. Anybody can be a consumer, but it's rare that you can find a woman that know how to grow some money through investment or business. That's what you're looking for. Somebody that can grow, not the consumer. Anybody can consume, but that's what men do because we think with the wrong head. That's what we do. That's the women are the weakness of a man. That's their weakness. And so I tell any brother, man, if you know what your weakness is and you see it coming, shit, that's time for the run. When you know that, why flirt with what you know you weak over? Why entertain it when you know that's your weakness? That's what you need to be getting away from. Because you'll do some dumb shit. You do dumb shit because it's your weakness. You ain't got no resistance to it. And that's men or women. If you know what your weakness is and you see it coming, why entertain it? And you know that's your weakness. But see, most folk don't want to be honest with themselves. They just don't want to be honest. They want to pretend like they, got it going on, but in reality, man, they're all wrapped up and confused. Yeah, you ever ride on public transportation, on a bus or the subway, and just look at some of the people that are around you? You and you can tell some of the biggest freaks are the ones that look like they straight and narrow and be some of the biggest freaks in the world. You might have a freak sitting next to you and don't even know it. Don't even know it. But that's how people are. Because right now, man, you see, and let me tell you how you can recognize some of these fake videos that be out that people think are so real. with all of the drama. You ever notice how some of them, I mean, the camera come on right at the right time, and then Marcus, drill baby drill. Okay, okay. Do you think that with him abolishing the FBI and the CIA and the ATF is a good move too? Do you agree with that move as well? And do you think those agencies are afraid of him, even though he's threatening to get rid of them? Do you think they're afraid? And if anything, it's making people start digging deeper and start looking more at who's doing all of these threats. Cause listen, I don't care who you, I don't care who you are. You got some skeletons in your closet. I don't care who you are, how rich or how poor. Man, you got some skeletons in your closet. Ain't nobody closet clean. Let me say that again. I don't care who you are. Ain't nobody's closet clean. Everybody got some kind of skeleton in their closet. Everybody got some kind of skeleton. And the only difference is nobody's shining the light on yours. So that's why you have to be kind of careful about some of the things you're saying and doing. That's one of the reasons, my wife is in the Philippines, and my wife could have overstayed her visa. She could have overstayed her visa. I said, no, baby, go back. Go back, because at one, I don't want you looking over your shoulder, and me as well. Lit dog, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Marcus, thank you for joining me, man. Um, and we didn't see the pandemic coming, and we got separated. And 5 years, man, I haven't seen my wife. But if my wife was still here, I couldn't be as vocal because I wouldn't want to be trying to draw no attention to her, by being vocal. Because people start digging into your background. Oh, his wife overstayed her visa. So I'm like, go back, I'll come get you. And she's still waiting. 5 years later, she's still waiting for me to come get her. Okay, but at that time I only had Capital Buddy Tours, which was my DCBlackTours.com. That's the only thing I had. And since my wife has been gone, I've developed a hop on, hop off shuttle that's on my website. Okay. Matter of fact, when we first met, I only had one tour, the DC Underground Railroad tour. So since she been gone, I've developed the DC Chocolate City Day Tour and the DC Black History Night Tour. Hop on, hop off shuttle. I've developed the African tabletop, my own dinnerware line, and I got my Truth Conductor brand, and my message: stop hating each other because you disagree. Those are the ideas that I've been able to manifest since she wasn't here. But if she was here, I couldn't be as vocal. I couldn't speak out, you know. Like Black Lives Matter came down to the White House, and man, I gave them hell. Black lives only matter when somebody white do to something to somebody black. Why you ain't saying nothing about the black on black crime that we got going on in the community? Those are the ones that's holding us hostage. The black on black crime is what's holding the black community hostage, not white people. But we ain't talking about that. See, so, if I'm speaking up against stuff like that, somebody gonna say, man, let's look at him. See what's going on. You know? I wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I've been able to do. I would have to be quiet. I couldn't ruffle any feathers because my wife overstayed her visa. You see, so and I'm just trying to be honorable. Baby, go back. I'll come get you. And I'm gonna go get her. I'll get her. I will. But those are some of the sacrifices. When you trying to break through in this system, you're going to have to sacrifice something. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. And that's what most folk try to do, is have their cake and eat it at the same time. No, man, you're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to give something up. You're going to have to let something go until you get to the point where you want to be. Then you can go back and pick those things up and enjoy them. But when you on the journey and you trying to manifest it into a reality, you're gonna sacrifice something. See, some people sacrifice their kids. Some people sacrifice their careers. Some people sacrifice their morals. Some people sacrifice their lives just to be able to enjoy some material things. And that's real. Your integrity. Right now you got more young girls that are high school dropouts or with a GED that's making more money on OnlyFans than a woman with a PhD. See, that's the impact social media has had for a lot of these young kids. They don't have to have an education to get on social media and make money. See, social media has made the need for an education obsolete. It really has. Because they can get on here and do some of the dumbest things and get paid. I mean, I'm talking about get paid. Okay? Get paid. I mean, you got girls with high school dropouts busting it open on OnlyFans and getting paid. But look at how you are demeaning yourself. Look at how you are degrading yourself. See, negativity right now is a cash cow. Negativity is a cash cow right now. You can go negative and get rich overnight. I mean, serious. I told y'all, I got the sign, stop hating each other because you disagree. I could put Let's Go Brandon on that sign, which means F Joe Biden, and get rich overnight. Going negative. All I got to do is put Let's Go Brandon on that sign, which means F Joe Biden. and get rich overnight. And now that Trump is coming back in office, I can get rich overnight being negative with him. Get rich. Get rich. But yet I struggle being positive. I struggle being positive, man. You know, I struggle. I had a guy today said, he said, you know, gave me a thumbs up. Man, I like that message. And start walking around. I said, excuse me. I said, but you won't put $1 in the bucket, right? You know what that old man told me? He said, I ain't know you was collecting donations. He said, I didn't see no sign on here that you was accepting donations. I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, but I'll put $1 in the bucket. He said, man, I said, you the first one. He said, well, since I'm the first one to put $1 in it, I'll put 2 in there for you. Right? So remember now, y'all remember this. If ideas are not growing in your head, they're dead. So when he told me that, guess what I did? Called my daughter, look, baby, I need you to make me a couple signs and laminate them to put on my bucket. That matter of fact, let me show you. let me show you. Let me show you. Got my bricks in here. Keep it from blowing up. See, this is what I did. I said, oh, okay. So, and I got one on both sides, so you can't miss it. See, I got one on both sides. Got my Cash App and my Venmo. Okay, at first I only had my Venmo and my Cash App. That's what I had first. But when he told me that, and I just said, and you know, and let me tell you what came to mind. I was just on Twitter talking to Dubai because I had an idea. Make your next destination Dubai. And I was telling Dubai that, you know, I'm telling them what to do. And when he told me about he didn't see nothing pertaining to donations, I said, well, let me go and correct that. So when I don't work on Saturdays, I follow my calendar from Sunday to Friday. I know I'm not a 7-day Adventist or Jehovah's Witness. I just follow my calendar from Sunday, which is the first day of the week, to Friday. And Saturday is the Sabbath day, so I don't do no work on Saturday. And besides, in D.C., that's when everybody protested. So if you're going to do some tours, you're going to have to do a whole lot of detours, especially during the day. So I just said, you know, I'll take Saturdays off. So Sunday, it's going to be interesting to go down and see what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting. So remember, man, if your ideas are not growing in your head, they're dead. They're no good. Yeah, and what do you mean, True Conductor? How my ideas going to grow? Because you're going to see different ways to express them when they start growing. You see different expressions of them. And see, an idea is always going to come to you in its finished form. Let me say that again. See, when an idea come to you, it's only going to come to you in its finished form. It's going to show you, man, if you embrace me, look at how much money you're going to make. Look at how popular this going to be. If you just embrace me, it don't show you the pitfalls. It don't show you where the detours are, or the hazards, where the dead end. It don't show you none of that. You find all of that stuff out when you start pursuing that idea. Okay, I I um I told y'all I developed a dinnerware line, and a buddy of mine came to me. May he rest in peace. And he had this brochure, and he said, man, Jim Rowland, this is a brochure that he had. And he said, man, have you seen my dinnerware line? I said, no, I ain't seen this. And, he opened it up and showed it to me. And I said, man, you need to open up a showroom to put this dinnerware in. And he said, you open one up and I'll put the dishes in it. And I went and found a building. 2622 Georgia Avenue, Northwest. It is now the Hip Hop Museum is in that building. That's my first storefront. And I just knew that this was the first showroom of its kind. And man, I just knew that idea was just gonna blow up. I mean, I just knew people would come and support this idea. See here, this me. I just knew people would come and support this, and I lasted about 6-7 months and had to close up shop. That's how bad business was. But and I used to walk around selling dishes with these brochures. I still didn't give up. So during COVID in 2020, the African Tabletop came back to me again. And I said, wow, let me see if that domain name is available. And it was, and I bought it. So I took my stimulus money and I went out and said, you know what? I'm gonna create my own designs now. And see, I tried to get Jim to do some stuff like this. I said, man, you need to make some designs like this. You need to do some designs like this. And no, I don't want to do that. And he didn't. And died with $4 in his pocket. I'm serious. I was at his bedside when he died. See, these are my ideas right here. That's my dinnerware line. And Lord be willing, 2025, I'm gonna launch it. And people say, oh, but that's on paper. Everything that you use start on paper. Everything you use start on paper. At least I got it on paper. What you got? what you got? At least it's on paper. And that's how I deal with it. Because, rising tide raise all ships. That tide is money. So if I come into some money, man, not only can I launch my dinnerware line, and I can get buses for my hop-on, hop-off shuttle, buses for my tour company. See, I have DC Black Tours, and I have Capital Buddy Tours. I have 2 different tour companies. And Capital Buddy Tours is going to be the landing page for any Black History tour in the country. Right now, there is nowhere you can go to find a Black History tour anywhere in the country. But you can find white history tour. Go to Viator. You can find any kind of white history tour in the country you want. But there ain't nothing for black history tours. So that's why I developed two different tour companies. And right now, if you Google DC Black Tours, it's going to take you to Capital Buddy Tours. Because I'm trying to get the tours that I have on DC Black Tours sustainable. And once they become sustainable, then I can start developing some Black History tours. And because I know how to do that, I can go to cities myself and create my own tours. Just get their history and map out my own tours. I don't have to ask anybody to do it. And the people that are doing Black History tours, why don't you come on my page? Since that's what I specialize in. Black History tours all over the country. That's my idea. You see, but again, it takes money. And like I said, rising tide raise all ships. That's why I just keep trying to manifest an idea so I can get some money. Stop hating each other because you disagree. A lot of y'all done seen me and don't even realize I'm the same person. But you've seen me. I'm gonna show you. You've seen me, but you probably didn't. Oh, I didn't know that's him. I didn't know that was him. Let me show you something. Let me show you my sign. See, that's my sign. Right there. A lot of y'all done seen this sign on television. Behind Steve Bannon. I just saw they was talking about Rudy Giuliani. Look in the window. Look at the shadow in the window. There's my sign. Right there in the window. Behind Rudy Giuliani, with Rudy Giuliani. And everybody love the sign. Everybody love it. But it's hard to get a sponsor. If I was a white guy, I would be a marketing genius. Right now, I would be labeled a marketing genius if I was white. No ifs and buts about it. And see, let me show you. Like Rudy Giuliani. See, see, even though you don't see the stop hating each other because you disagree, but you see that truth conductor. You see that? Let me show you. See there's a, and this is the small sign. I have a bigger sign, but they kept cropping me out, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna get me a smaller sign, and it's gonna be much more difficult. I'm trying to show you one of the big signs that I had. See, that's my big sign. Right there. Matter of fact, Pete Souza, who is Obama's photographer, he caught me, man, when I was doing bad. He was behind me, took a picture. My picture is on his page. Pete Souza. My picture is on his page. I went to Akron to watch the to watch the eclipse, and that's in front of LeBron's school, right there. I promise. I went up to Akron to man. That was an experience I can't even describe. If you ever get the chance to see a total eclipse, man, it would blow your mind. It would absolutely blow your mind when when that sun and moon came into perfect alignment. It was like this light show that happened around that connection. I mean, and when it happened, all you could hear people from our, whoa, wow. I mean, this is what you can in the whole city. All you could hear was, whoa, wow. Look at. I mean, it was like that. A camera don't do it no justice. I'm telling you, a camera don't do that thing no justice. And as soon as the moon get out of perfect alignment with the sun, it stops. It stopped, totally stopped. And and I said, boy, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. The next time I see where a total alignment is, see, let me show y'all something. See, this is another one of my ideas. Making next destination Dubai. I've been trying to get them to buy that idea. And I actually had them contact me. I got their attention back in February. They sent me a message in my inbox in Twitter, and they told me that they had a thing that they were doing, and thanks for contacting them. See, this is Peter Navarro right here. That's Peter Navarro, one of the Trump boys. Uh, Here's John Stewart right here. That's my big sign right there. That's John Stewart. I'm trying to show you. I got Steve Bannon in here. Where you at, Stevie? Where you at, Stevie? Here you go. Steve Bannon, right there. See, and you only get one chance to do this stuff, man. You only get one, and see, a lot of y'all got stuff going on in your city, and you don't even try to take advantage of it. That's history, and you can't be scared because you're only gonna get one chance to do it. So why not take advantage of it? And that's what I do. I just take advantage of free press. I take advantage of free press. That's what I do. You know, just take advantage. Here is. Look. See, them the women right now that's trying to get Giuliani stuff. Right now, they trying to get his stuff now. Right now, they trying to get his stuff. Okay, trying to get his stuff. And I just try to take advantage of the moment. That's what I try to do. I try to take advantage of the moment, man, and just let the chips fall where they may. Just let the chips fall where they may. So anyway, I'm gonna sleep good tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep real good tomorrow, boy, cause I'm way past my bedtime. I ain't lying. I don't usually be up this late. The sheep I be calling be stuck in the fence this time of night. uh, no, I'm telling you, man. No, it's a full moon tonight. It's a full moon tonight, and for some reason, I just got a lot of energy. I just got some energy from that moon, man. It's like I can't explain it. But tonight is the first night of the full moon, and it's a super moon on top of that. And I don't even drink coffee, and I haven't even had a nap, but I just got this energy. So, maybe the moon is having an effect on me. Jamie. Yeah, yeah. I'm still up, girl. I'm still up. Oh, they do? I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. But I no, that's this. It's a full moon, and it's pretty too. It's pretty. It's a pretty moon. It really is. It's pretty. So, like I said, I have never interacted with this a crowd this time of morning. This is the first. This is a first for me. Okay, to be up this late with a live. Cause I like to get my sleep. I don't mess around with my sleep, boy. I'm getting my sleep. But since I'm gonna be in tomorrow, I ain't doing nothing. I figured, why not, man? Just come on here and see what's happening. See what kind of new people. Uh, yeah, oh yeah. Well, Periscope, that was when we were going through the pandemic. Well, because, you couldn't go nowhere anyway. So why not entertain yourself on social media? Man, I miss Periscope. I miss Periscope. Yeah, I haven't even had a nap. I miss Periscope though, boy. Cause I was burning that joint up. I was burning Periscope up. And see, with Periscope, I had four phones live at the same time. I had three phones. Had three phones live at the same time on Periscope. Um, oh man, he's dead. He died, man. Conservative atheist. Somebody. Mustang Medic is on X, on Twitter. He's on Twitter. He's on Twitter. Yeah, he's on Twitter. Yeah, somebody emailed me back during the summer, said that conservative atheists had died. It's like, hey, you ain't getting no sympathy out of me. I'm sorry that he had to go, but he was a nasty guy, and caught up with him. Caught up with him. But yeah, I heard, and I told him, I said, send me the obituary. I believe it when I see it. Send me the obituary. I believe it then. And they never sent the obituary, but they told me he died. Yeah, he said he died. You know, and you know his soul is in hell. That's for sure. As nasty as he was, is you know his soul is in hell. I'm sure. He in heaven because he ain't believe in God. So I know he went straight to hell. Bust hell wide open, boy. Yes, indeed. Them was some crazy days, though, man. I ain't lying. Periscope was crazy. Crazy. I miss Periscope. I see. That's what Elon Musk need to bring back. Bring back Periscope. Bring that back. Shit. You know, you want to do something. Bring back Periscope. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Cause Periscope was like that, boy. It was like that. Or either put the same characteristics uh, where Periscope put it on X. Cause you can't get on because you can't talk to nobody. It's just like YouTube. YouTube should have a situation where people can get on and talk to each other on their lives. Imagine what that would be like if you can just bring people into your conversation. And see, and with Periscope, you could bring two or three people at the same time, and talk to them live. So it was fun, man. I enjoyed it. Uh, but social media is a lot of hard work. If you're gonna succeed in social media, man, you're gonna have to put some work in. You can't haphazardly do this and be successful. You got to put some time into this. And that's what a lot of folk don't have. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing about social media. If you're gonna be successful, you gotta put in some time. You gotta put some time in, man. And a lot of people want it just like that, but it don't come just like that. It's not gonna come like that. Anyway, listen, man, it's 2:30 in the morning. Thank y'all for joining me. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this again. I don't think I'm gonna be up this late. Uh, I don't think so, cause only reason I'm doing it tonight is because I ain't got to go. I'm not gonna get out of my bed tomorrow. So I don't do nothing on Saturdays anyway. So, to stay up this late on a Friday night, maybe I'll start doing it on Friday nights. Since Saturday, I know I'm gonna be sleeping in the bed. So maybe I'll start doing some midnights on Friday nights on YouTube. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll try that. All right, but man, I'm getting tired now, so let me go get some sleep. I see y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. See you later.